All right. Cool.
Yep, we're live.
We are live. We are the Jeep Life podcast, and this is our live section. Hello, all.
Sorry for my skiing escapades yesterday. We had to reschedule.
Yeah, I'm
for
not
today.
sure if we're gonna have a lot on tonight, just 'cause it's Monday and we didn't read.
Who knows?
Yeah, I had too much on my plate today.
I thought about it, and then the thought went out of my mind.
Well, I'm saved 'cause Troy's here.
There we go. We got one.
We got one. Oh, there's my boy Mike.
Heck yeah! Woot 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 woot.
Woot woot. Now we're building up. We're building up. Here we go. Snowball is going. It's moving its little head. Yo, what's up, Jason? Yeah, so tonight is going to be Q&A time.
For yours truly.
Yep, so if you have a question that you would like for us to answer, I mean, it can't be an asshole question. Yo, it's not Sunday. It's
Monday.
Monday. But yeah, it is what it is. But if you have a question, I've got a friend of the podcast, Jason, on monitor duty,
Taking all the notes. over
moderator.
Yep.
And he
So
will be taking
Get your
all the questions.
going.
He was supposed to prime the pump a little bit, but I'm not sure if he did. I kind of did. So we'll see if we don't have any questions. I'll prime the pump and then we'll get things started. But yeah, it's Q&A night. We're gonna answer some questions. I'm gonna bring some energy.
It was a long day, and I was in the office.
It was
so
a long day. I'm gonna bring the energy.
All right. I'll be good in a minute or two.
Well, yeah, all right. That's all I need is a minute.
It just takes a few minutes to wake up on the podcast. That's all.
Oh.
I get the pink helmet.
Yep. There it is.
Yep. My bad.
I don't think we can go into that, Jason. But we'll have fun with it anyway. Thanks everybody for putting up with us and coming back out. Troy, that looks like a real good question.
Whose fans run a million miles an hour? Mine or yours? Mine.
Oh my God, that's. What do you have running in the background?
Nothing.
You got some CAD running in the background.
Actually, I have Teams running.
That might do it. I don't know. So yeah, we'll get started in just a few minutes and roll right in. But until then, people listening, throw us your questions.
Oh, Andrew, that's a good question too.
That's a good question. Even I can answer that one, but I'm not gonna do a one word answer.
What was I scanning that JT for? That's another good one.
You're gonna be able to.
Actually, yeah, I can talk about that.
Can you? All right.
Yeah.
Then do it.
What you doing? You posting?
No, Snapchatting.
Oh.
With my kid. I have Snapchat for one person and one person only. But since we're here, I might as well take some social media photos, right?
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Well, that's a good question too. Man, they're coming in hot. They're coming in hot. I've determined that I feel like we probably need to. Maybe I'll get some more sound deadening equipment in here, and
I have plenty of it on the
Do
other
you?
side of that wall.
because I feel like I want to
I have a lot
quieten things
of,
down a bit. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Because we got it really good and quiet, and now that we've had it good and quiet for long enough,
We start hearing more.
right? I start
Mhm.
hearing more details and stuff.
Yep.
So I want to. I've spent like the last 2 weeks going through other people's podcasts and other audio
Mm.
recordings, and all I've been paying attention. Not a word they've said has meant anything to me. It's all been about the engineering
quality,
quality.
yeah.
And we're good, but we're not where I want us to be.
Right. I hear you.
So, and if anybody's out there that's a sound engineer that wants to come volunteer their time, I'll be more than happy to give you a beer or two as compensation. But we're getting ready to rock and roll. Ron, what's happening? We're doing a Q&A tonight, and if you feel like it, throw some questions in the comments. I don't think we've gotten any questions on emails or any of the social medias, which is fine. But so, yeah. I think in 2 minutes I'm going to push that button. If you would, go out there, share it out, get the masses on here if we can. We are killing it in our ratings on Apple Podcasts and other podcast media.
And our Instagram is almost at 2,000 followers.
Oh man, that's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. Funny you should say that, Dave. That dude is never in town. He's off touring again. He's in Florida right now.
Gerard?
Dave's in town. Nike. He asked, when are we going to see Nike again?
Oh.
I'm working on it. He's got some new music for us too. So I'm really wanting him around.
Sounds very nice.
I think it would be good for us to have him in the studio as well.
I think that would be cool.
Do an interview.
Something different.
Yeah.
Talk about his Jeep life. All right, I'm starting to get super FOMO from all the people that are out at King of Hammers.
Yeah.
Or going out to King of Hammers.
Yeah, if we only lived further west, that'd be great.
Yeah.
If somebody wants to pay for us to
Go to the King of Hammers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, would you look at that? Oh no, I'll come up with an answer. Do you hear it? What? It's something. It's loud.
It's my fan.
Oh. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Damn it. I can take it out for you.
Wait, I thought... No, I'm just joking. Is he muted?
Yeah. He's muted.
Oh, so it's not him.
It's not him. No, I was just checking out the charts.
Yes, it's my computer.
I was just checking out the charts, and our good friends at Northwest Jeepcast have taken over that number one spot. So good for them. Good for them. And then we're right there with them. So I'm going to next week run the mic stands back here in the center.
Mm-hmm.
So they come out so that the camera can see our faces and we're not blocked by dumbass mic stands. I hate mic stands.
This, I don't know if I like this, but I'm trying to get the microphone away from
Away
computer.
from the computer. Nobody's going to hear it. I'll take it out in post. I'll find the frequency and I'll take it out in post.
Okay.
Troy, are you thinking about driving to King of Hammers? That's a long ass drive. Auto shoes still going on.
Yes.
All right. I'm only 5 seconds and we're going to go. I'm going to push the button. I'm ready to go. Going to push a button.
Push the button.
Nice. That's a long ass drive, by the way, just in case you're wondering. All right, I'm pushing the button. Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to the Jeep Life podcast. We're that podcast where we celebrate the Jeep life and everything that goes along with it. I am one of your hosts, Jeepin Terry, and I'm joined as always in the studio by Breaky Billy.
What's going on, man? How is it? How's the Jeep life, man?
And it's good. Rubber side is down.
Well, that's always a plus.
And as of this moment right now, I don't have any check engine lights on.
That is unheard of.
It really is, because 2 days
You're
ago
like
I did.
You're check engine like Terry.
That might be, I need to get a T-shirt made of that. It is, it's.
I'm usually the one with problems, and
No.
knock on wood, I'm doing pretty good lately.
Yeah, well, yours looks great, dude.
I kind of don't even want to touch it.
Yeah, right.
I don't even want to think about it.
I don't want to drive mine because as soon as I drive it, I know the check engine light's going to come on. I mean, I've gone 2 days. I looked down and it was gone, and I was throwing 2 codes. One of them for my thermostat, which I know about, and as soon as I get a chance, I'm going to fix that. Maybe I'll do an article or a video or something on that. Mm-hmm. And then I think one of my speed sensors, wheel speed sensors, is shorting out or corroded or something.
Oh, that happens.
And it's throwing a U0002 code, but it doesn't.
2 should tell you which wheel it is.
2 doesn't tell me. Well, my ability to read it,
okay.
I'm not able to tell.
Yeah.
I think it's front right.
Okay.
Because it literally I go over a bump on the front right,
and
that's when it comes on, and
probably that.
So that's my Jeep life right now, other than the fact that I just drove to Tennessee.
Yeah.
I got back, I left on a Monday, got back on a Friday. Jeep handled great. I mean, other than the fact that it's a big brick and a sailboat in wind. It was snowing the whole way there. Not once did it, feel like, it's a Jeep. It's great. But I had 72 miles an hour. It's the most I can do. Not that I don't have the headroom. I just don't have another gear. I feel like I need another gear because I've re-geared the 456s. I feel like I need another, like an overdrive or something.
No, you need 37s.
True. All right. Will 37s fix that?
Yes. Because that's what I'm going to is a 456.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. In my JK.
Perfect.
So I'm doing 456s, 37s, and the 5-speed.
Yeah. The 5-speed, I drove the 8-speed. That spoiled me.
Yeah.
In the JL. But the 5-speed, I just feel like I need an overdrive. If I had an overdrive button, it would go one more gear and drop the RPMs down, and 800 to 1,000 less.
Yeah,
it'd be glorious. But as it is right now, it just sits there and hits on the. It's not annoying, and I actually got better gas mileage than I've gotten in a while. So I'm not complaining, but it sure would be nice.
What were you getting?
I was getting about 12, 13, and now I'm getting 15, 16.
Okay, there you go.
Which is great.
Yeah,
I mean,
so that is the big difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a big difference. 15, 16 isn't bad. I was like, oh man, I thought I would get another mile an hour or two out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I talked to my brother who came to Tennessee. We met in Tennessee, and he's driving a 4Runner TRD Pro,
Yeah.
and he's getting 16, 17.
Okay.
And that's a brand new vehicle. I mean, it's
Right.
brand new.
Wow.
And so, on the highway, it sometimes he does get 20, but I'm not complaining. If he's getting in that range in that brand new vehicle, my
Doing not
6-year-old
bad.
vehicle at 123,000 miles,
Yeah.
I'm not complaining.
I mean, I'm only at like 10,000 miles at this point. So.
Yeah, on that engine.
On that engine, yeah. All right, maybe a little more than that, but more like 15.
Yeah.
But I'm getting like 14.3.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's 488. So I went on. You're at the top of the curve.
Yep.
Kind of where we can be.
Yep.
If there's a company that can make like a 466,
right in the middle,
is perfect for
Yeah.
a 37.
Yeah.
That's where the math equals out. So everybody, UConn, get on that.
I'm not complaining because my 456s give me plenty of oomph. I haven't wheeled with them yet. I'm hoping to do that next weekend.
You'll definitely notice a big difference.
Well, I pseudo wheeled, and we've got somebody joining us in the studio,
Yeah,
and our friend of the podcast, friend of the pod, Jason is joining us. He's just off camera over here. I wouldn't let him bring his ugly mug in here.
We're getting his knee in the bottom left corner.
All right. What he's doing, his mic is live now, but what he's doing is he's gathering all of our questions for us. Jason, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing, Terry?
And I'm doing well. I mean, you and I did a pseudo wheeling adventure a few weeks ago, right?
Oh, you spoke about it. I believe it was the week before last.
Yeah, we went to the Pine Barrens, and it went well. I mean, but it was nothing.
No.
The trickiest thing we had to do was cover a trail.
Decide when we were going to break off from the rest of the crew.
That was the trickiest.
There was some politicking involved in that.
Yeah, but we did get down a real narrow, and I've got pinstriping down the side of my.
I believe we have a phone call to make to another friend of the podcast to discuss some possible.
Brian at CAD. I need your work.
I need the work. Although I did get to bear witness Billy prepping Reaper for the auto show, and he does do a mean buff out.
He does.
I can buff some.
And I've seen what he's done with a clay bar too, so I know the work can be done.
It's just a lot of elbow grease, and I'm kind of getting old for that.
I don't have any more grease left in the elbow.
Yeah, the grease is all.
The Zerk fitting fell out.
Yeah, that's long lost on the trail, man.
Yeah, so Jason, I asked him to come in and sit passenger for us because tonight's show, and we'll get to this a little bit, is going to be a Q&A. And, it can be fun. It can be...
stands for question and answer for everybody out there.
Yeah, for translation. Thanks for acronyms here.
Yep.
But if you've got a question, throw it in the comments. Jason is moderating those, and then he's going to, once we get there, he's going to start asking them and going out for that. But we got
some awesome partners.
That's where I was going with that, but I was trying to come up with a way to say, hey, we need assistance. This stuff isn't free. We pay for it out of our own pocket, and we've gotten some great partners that are helping us. We have some great Patreon subscribers that has helped, and so it's helped offset some of the expenses. But we have ongoing monthly expenses, and then we hope to go out and cover events this year. We want to get out there and see people. We want to cover these events. So any little bit helps.
Yep. We gladly love to go to these events. So we are paying for it out of our own pockets. We don't mind doing that, but the assistance definitely helps when we're taking Reaper out to AOEA and giving you some awesome content on the YouTubes.
That's true. Gas ain't free.
Yeah.
Gas ain't free. But, on one of those partners, Huddy's Beard Balm, and I just gave you yours.
Yeah, I'm getting a very nice scent instead of this old raggedy microphone. So I love the smell. It is cedarwood, and that is huddysbeardbalm.com. And yeah, it's got some awesome ingredients in it. It's all natural, and they give you a cool little guitar pick in there to
Kind of break it up originally and scoop it out.
and put it on your beard, and I'm starting to join the small beard club.
I like it. You got a ways to go. You need to gray it up a little bit.
No,
I know you're still young.
Don't make me older than I'm getting.
I love it. Other ways to support the podcast is our Patreon.
Hey, did you know, or did you remember, we have merch?
That's right. We do have merch. We haven't really talked about that a lot.
But we have all kinds of awesome merch, and I think we're going to go through and revamp all of our merch
We've talked a little bit about a
coming
rebranding.
Yeah.
But yeah, we definitely want to upgrade our merch and get a few more offerings that'll be more fun.
I think so.
More contemporary, if you will.
But to cover more of our awesome partners, Rockslide Engineering is giving out a discount code for all of our listeners, jeeplife, and that's 15% off of all their products. So they have awesome tailgate tables.
Oh, that is cool.
Obviously, they're Rockslide Engineering, so they have amazing step sliders.
Yep.
Make sure you get that armor.
Oh yeah, get the armor, because if you're going to take them out and beat them up, you don't want to.
It's worth it.
You don't want to beat up your.
But Power Tank also, for when your deflated tires need to be reinflated or run the nail gun around the house to do your trim work. Power Tank's there for you. Discount code JeepLifePod15, and that is 15% off of a complete system at their checkout. So that is a full package system that you have to purchase from them. ArmorLite is giving out a discount code of JeepLifePodcast10 for a complete ArmorLite system at GoArmorLite.com. So that's a front and rear, and they are working on their TJ models rigorously.
Yeah, it's in the go button. I mean, it's going.
So for all you TJ owners out there, make sure you go get it.
It's coming.
And our amazing friends over at Pypes is always offering their free shipping on a system to all of our listeners. So make sure if you want to give your Jeep that nice new rumble for the spring season, they just released, well, now it's about a year old, but they're
the one that's on Don's
Jeep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of a hybrid.
Yep. So that uses a dual muffler setup and sounds amazing, but still it's a little bit quieter than their trail exhaust.
Yep.
But it still is an amazing setup, and it always sits up high and tight to the body, so you don't have to worry about it when you're out on the trails.
Here's a cool thing. While I was in Tennessee,
Mm-hmm.
somebody stopped me and asked me about my exhaust.
Wow.
And I love talking about it.
Yeah.
I probably bored the guy to death. I mean, but it was awesome for him to say that, and then I let him listen to it. We got close up to it, and then I let him sit in the front seat and
give it some,
and it's always fun.
Yeah.
And that Pypes exhaust, it's a home run every time.
Heck yeah. And then always Off-Camber Lighting is offering 20% discount. Jeep Life Pod, and that's for all of your flashlight and hazard light needs.
Yeah, get it. So that's. I mean, we got great partners. We talked about Huddy's.
Yep.
Get out there. He is a Jeeper.
Mm-hmm.
He and his wife both are Jeepers. I mean, yeah. So they live the life, and so we're going to support them in any way. They've got a discount code, Jeep Life Pod, 10%.
Mm-hmm. And then also, if you're looking for any cooling needs for the front of your Jeep, head over to Cold Case Radiators.
Yep, do it. Good stuff. Same shipping thing, Jeep Life at Cold Case.
Awesome.
Woo, that's a lot.
Yeah. Wow.
We got great partners. I love our partners.
We really do.
And we've said from the beginning, we don't want crappy partners.
Exactly.
We will turn people away if they're not cool. Which I have done. People have reached out. Hey, we'd like to. Nah, I don't really believe in what you're doing. I don't. No. We'll leave it at that. I'm not going to give any names. I'm going to throw anybody under the bus. But there has been two rather large
Wow.
companies, and no, if you're not cool, you're not coming
with
on.
us.
Yeah, exactly. So later in the episode, we've got that Q&A going. Jason's over here frantically writing stuff down. If you have a question for the boys, throw it out there, bring it out. I've seen some good ones so
We're gonna
far.
extend this to all of our listeners that download. If you have a question for us that you want to be answered
Yeah.
on, I think we can gather up a few, weeks of questions and maybe do this more of a regular thing.
Oh, I like that. Because that's one of the reasons why we started this thing, right? Was not necessarily to be rich and famous like we are right now, but but it was really to offer something for the regular guy, or for somebody that wants to take their Jeep a little bit further, and to be able to offer a little bit of wisdom, a little education, edutainment, if you will.
Absolutely.
Does that mean they'll be dancing later?
No.
Not that kind of entertainment.
Oh.
Mute his
unless you're
microphone.
unless you're offering. So we alluded to this a little bit earlier.
Yep.
Your off-road buggy right now. It's not here.
No, it is
It's
not.
south.
It is not sitting in my garage. So I gave up the firing pin, as you may say, because it doesn't really have a key.
Right.
To the Philadelphia Auto Show, Custom Alley Lane. It's downstairs of the Auto Show, which is an amazing section of the local custom vehicles of the greater tri-state area.
Yeah.
So, and also it's being featured with a whole bunch of other shops and vendors and this and that. So it's on display down there. It is very shined up and super duper shiny.
That it is.
That is a polished turd, let me tell you.
It looks great. I've seen the videos. I've seen pictures.
Yeah, man. I mean, really, I just didn't realize how much abuse I put through this year.
This past year has been a big year for Reaper.
It was a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, there was Ultimate 4x4, just going out with you guys. The first week, going out with the Wonton Don and Woody's Jeeps and, all those guys. Great people. But we hit those trails hard.
Yeah,
we
no
didn't
doubt.
slow down. Blacks, Reds, And then Tennessee.
Yeah.
Oh, Rattle Rock.
I like it. Yeah.
I saw a lot of the scratches from Rattle Rock.
Did you? Yeah, Windrock they've got some great trails. I can't wait to explore
trails.
them further.
Yeah.
So you're at the Philly Auto Show.
Mm-hmm.
I know that I'm going to be there on Wednesday.
I will be
You
there
will be
as
there
well.
on Wednesday.
So Wednesday, it opens at noon to the public.
Mm-hmm.
It opens actually every day during the week at noon and goes till 9 p.m. You can get your tickets at PhiladelphiaAutoShow.com, and they are $17 a person. And then there are discounts for veterans, children, and seniors. So really awesome. And you get to see Reaper. You get to see a couple other builds. And then also check out the YouTubes for a move-in video.
Oh, nice. Oh, that's right. You're cutting that.
I'm going to cut a video of us moving in the Jeeps, Don and I.
Yeah.
Super amazing experience, driving down there. It was awesome. Was able to borrow a truck and trailer.
Yep.
So it was a 36-foot flat deck gooseneck.
38.
Oh, 38.
Yeah. Don't forget those 2 feet.
Okay. I felt every
no-
inch of that trailer. Let me tell
No
you.
doubt.
Holy
No doubt.
crap! So it's a GMC 2500 with a 8-foot bed, extended cab. It's
Yeah.
a 4-door, and then you have a giant
It's big.
gooseneck out the back.
It's big.
And then 2 Jeeps on top of it.
Yeah. Now you get. Now you know what I've
Going-
gone through the last
Going
year.
into Center City, Philadelphia. I made a 180-degree U-turn in that truck.
Wow. You should see me on the Vegas Strip
In
with
7 lanes of traffic equivalent.
it. You should have seen me on the Vegas Strip with that.
Oh my gosh, that thing's huge.
It really is, but it's fun to see where you can actually take that thing.
Yeah.
And
no, huge respect to all the truck drivers out there that drive like 40-footers and stuff like that. New respect for you guys. And then also everybody that trailers their, rigs with a solid, 40-foot gooseneck behind the back.
Yeah.
Respect, man.
And there's a lot of weight back there.
Oh, that was
when you
was,
throw two Jeeps back there, and your rig is heavy, but it's
probably every bit of 4,000 pounds.
Yeah,
4,500
it's not
pounds.
There is JL
steel.
built out.
Well,
but
it's a lot of steel.
But
I
there's
would
a lot of
say
steel.
It's comparable to a JK because how much tube work it makes up for the amount of body work that a JK has.
And then I know Eric's Jeep is
no light pony either.
No, it's definitely not light. So yeah, there's some weight on that. Yeah. I love it. Well, congratulations getting in there. I can't wait to see you get it out.
Yeah.
So Philly Auto Show, get down there, check it out. Wednesday, I am definitely going to try to do a live. I'm probably going to do a live on our channel and another channel.
I'll definitely be doing them being down there.
Yeah.
And then also I'll be there on Saturday too.
Nice. And if you see us, I'll have some stickers. We'll grab us and we'll hand them out. Where else will people be able to find us?
Geez, we're going to be heading to the Polar Bear Covered Bridge ride with the Jeep enthusiasts of Eastern Pennsylvania on February 11th, which is going to be awesome. And then March 3rd to the 5th is the 60th annual Tierra del Sol Desert Safari.
Tierra del Sol.
You do that every time. And that's with the 4-Wheel Drive Club of San Diego.
Yeah.
That's pretty sweet.
I'd love to make it out.
That would be awesome to, hit a couple events on the
Yeah, I did
Coast.
I did an event with the Bay Area Jeep Association when I lived out there for a chunk of time. And it's always fun to go hang out with, new people that you haven't met before that share the same love. If you will. So, I mean, it's intimidating at first because, I carry a lot of anxiety around in my pockets.
I hear you.
But it was a lot of fun, and I would love to get out there and do that.
Yeah. You kind of forgot King of Hammers.
Did I not put... yeah.
Hey, I am very interested in the King of Hammers.
Yes, you
so I'm
are.
going to tell everybody out there when it is.
Well, I'm super interested too, and I think because it broke my heart that I'm not there.
But one of our great friends
is
racing there.
Yeah, and the Rock Ness Monster.
Yes, Holly, which we had on for the opening show this year as well. So the pre-running opens February 2nd, and then the actual races really end February 11th. So it's the 2nd to the 11th.
Good luck, Holly.
Good luck.
Let her rip, tater chip.
Absolutely. And then we're going to jump back to April. April 1st to the 9th is Easter Jeep Safari, hosted by Red Rock Four-Wheelers out in Moab.
Yeah, that's a good time.
Yeah, I wish I could go. Yeah. And then April 8th is Dirt Road Coalition Easter Hot Springs Off-Road Park Takeover in Arkansas. That would be a fun one to go to, too.
That would be.
Wish we could make it.
Hot Springs Off-Road Park, I hear, is pretty good.
Yeah.
Maybe
we'll make a trip there one day. And then April 22nd, we're going to be hanging out with the Jeep enthusiasts of Eastern Pennsylvania for their spring trail ride. It's going to be a great time. Camping.
Oh, yeah, we're going to camp.
Yep.
I can't remember, is there a
oh, yeah, we're going to camp.
I just like to camp. I don't. Who cares about the trail ride?
You care about the trail ride.
I do. You're right.
Yep.
I am guiding a blue-black group this year.
Wow.
And I have already opened it up because in the past I've always been way over full. My groups have been way over full.
Mm-hmm.
And last year I kind of waited until the last minute to keep it down, and now we're limiting the number of people that can go in my group. So I've opened it up. I haven't filled up yet. I'm real close to filling up. So if you want to go to Jeep Enthusiasts Eastern Pennsylvania and figure that out.
I'm also going to be leading a black group, or the most extreme.
or some reds.
No, I think just when you go out like that kind of event, you really want to be a little conservative because being first, kind of, I do have responsibility to the club, or the founders. And also, I am kind of one of the most capable rigs out there. So if, any of the leaders get in trouble, I do need to be able to be available to
True.
do any type of recovery that needs
To rip up and go help out. Yep.
Yeah.
And
Because
I appreciate that.
It has happened.
It has.
So, that's all.
Cool. I'm looking forward to it.
It's going to be a great time. And then I think we're going to still try to figure out a trail cleanup the next day for Sunday. Do some wheeling, do some cleaning up. And
yeah, I like to give back.
Yep, absolutely. So if you're around that extra day, let us know.
Yep.
May 6th is the Evolution Jeep Alliance Recovery for a Cause, which is an amazing event. And I'm going to be leading the Black-Red group again.
Yeah, I'm going to try to make it. I don't know if I'm going to. That's such a great day.
It's an awesome event.
The guys at EJA, they come out and support our group, and I want to get out and support them. It's a great cause, but I have prior commitments that day, so we'll see if we can work it out.
Cool. And then May 20th is Go Topless Day, which is the nationwide Go Topless Day.
Yeah.
Put on by Barricade Off-Road.
Yep.
And we're going to be hanging out with the Jeep enthusiasts of Eastern Pennsylvania again this year.
Yep.
And then, obviously, July 14th to the 16th. That's way out there, but that's New Jersey Jeep Invasion in Wildwood, New Jersey. And you need to get your tickets because they're still selling out fast.
Yeah.
Very little left.
Very little. Get on it.
Here is your reminder.
Yep.
Go buy your tickets.
You want to go there. It's such a great event. Jamie and his team.
And it's the 10th anniversary.
Yeah, get out there. Come on.
It's going to be a wild year, too.
And we'll be there. You'll get to come hang out with us. We always do a live recording every day.
Yep.
At least one. We'll probably do multiple this year.
Yeah. And the
and
buggy
giveaways. We do giveaways.
Absolutely. And the buggy is going to be in full swing out in that off-road course.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. The off-road course is there. That'll be fun. Maybe this year I'll be actually not afraid to get stuck in the sand because my four-wheel drive works.
This year I'll bury all four.
Yeah, all right.
And pull out of it.
I love it. Woo, we're going to be everywhere. We're going to be busy. That's just the first half of the year. We keep adding to that. I know.
I mean, we got, Allbreeds in
July. Bantam.
We got Bantam in June. We got
Gallenberg or Pigeon Forge.
Pigeon Forge for the Great Smoky Mountain Jeep Invasion in August. And then that's also including Winrock.
Yep.
So, and then AOAA for the Ultimate 4x4 field trips. Yep. That's 2 events. So also, if you guys are interested to hang out with myself on a true Ultimate 4x4 field trip, there's going to be supplied food and hanging out with great influencers. I know Holly's going to be back again this year. So if you want to come hang out with me and Holly and hang out with the Reaper and Mischief Maker, maybe she'll have Nessie. Who knows?
Oh, yeah. I don't know, really. Yeah.
I don't know.
Who knows? I don't know.
Is
she going to be carrying that with her everywhere? And
I am not saying that she is or isn't.
Yeah.
I didn't talk to her about this. This is not.
But I know she's also doing another Tread Lightly thing.
This girl is on fire, by the way. Like,
she is. Woo, all right, so now I know that everybody's been throwing your questions up there. I've seen Jason frantically writing down stuff over there.
Yeah.
At this point, you are going to just ask the question, and we'll figure out who's going to answer if we both have an answer or whatever.
Oh, we got some questions on the YouTubes.
Do we?
Yeah.
All right. Well, hold on to those too.
Wow.
All right. Go ahead,
light
Jason.
it up. You ready?
Yeah,
Yep.
pull that mic up to your...
Oh, well,
there you go. There you go.
See, this is why you have to... See, I don't have the fancy headphones. I get to talk and pray.
Well, to be honest, yeah, you're right. Just talk and pray.
All right. So, the way I'm going to do this with you guys is I have questions that will be for both of you.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Some that are for just Billy and some that are just for Terry.
Oh, excellent.
And there are some that are a little out there and some that are fun. Okay?
Perfect.
So let's, how about we'll go into one for Terry. We'll open this one up with you.
Oh, I'm scared.
You commented it on earlier, so I think it's for you. From Dave Gerard asked,
Yeah.
do Armor Light fronts go under, or do they go under the front console?
So that's a great question, and they do not. They are two separate pieces in the front. On a JK, well, actually on both of them.
Yeah.
Pull the
both of them.
console up, and it slides right under. Put your console down.
You do not have to take the console completely out.
No, just lift it up, get it out of the way. It's just held in by clips at that point. So just
it does fit with an Alpine subwoofer underneath the passenger seat. I have that installed. It's a little tight.
so the 8-inch sub
Fits.
fits.
The 10.
The 10 needed slight modification.
Gotcha.
But it does fit.
Mm-hmm.
It's tight. I can't move my seat forward or backward.
Oh.
It's
Gotcha.
locked there. Yeah, I can lean it and recline it, but
Yeah.
I know with the JL, they've actually included on the instruction video to remove the trim pieces around the edges.
Gotcha.
That wasn't included in the JK, and you and I found out firsthand.
It's just easier.
It's just easier. Remove the trim pieces and put it down, then put it down. And Jason, I mean, you've installed yours,
I've done the whole thing.
and you would agree with me on.
I would say I agree with every bit of that, and I would even dare say that if you're up for it, is loosening your seat bolts.
Yes, that was another
Mhm.
thing. 100%. You don't
Or
have to
ju-
take the seats out.
Nope. Those are giant bolts.
Oh, the
too.
JLs, there is some more seat removal than the JK.
Yeah.
But just if a JK, just loosen the bolts. I haven't seen a TJ up front yet.
Not yet.
None of us have. I know that I will see it at some point this summer because I will
Yep.
probably be out with them.
And I'm waiting
again.
for it to go into Reaper.
Perfect. That thing needs some heat reduction.
Yeah.
Except for those cold days, and then you want the heat.
I don't know. I don't know what I want.
All right, well, that's a great question.
All right.
Thanks,
well,
Dave.
Let's just truck on here then. How about we'll go with a technical one to open it up for Billy.
Alrighty.
All right, I got two different technical ones, so I'm going to go with one from Nathan Ecker.
Okay.
Bar pin eliminator for upper shock mounts on the rear of a JK. Now, I don't know if I phrased that question correctly because I'm actually not super familiar with bar pin.
What are your thoughts on
eliminator.
that?
Upper bar pin eliminators. So what he is talking about is a JK uses a like double horseshoe looking
Yep.
piece of metal that's a bar that goes through the upper piece of the shock, and it gets bolted into.
On both of those.
Correct, but it's not necessarily closed around the back side of the bolt, so you're just pinching two pieces of metal on each side.
Well, it really doesn't need to because the way that works,
Right.
it can't wobble out.
It can't.
But it's not.
Well,
But the sheer
could.
strength on those.
I'll be honest with you, it could wobble out. If it gets loose
All right,
and it starts moving back and forth and working those
Yeah,
ears,
if those bolts.
it's not very thick metal.
Yeah.
It's not very good metal.
Yeah.
I would say bar pin eliminators are a good idea, but they're not necessary. And what it really does is it just puts a rod through two machined pieces
Right.
that holds the rod instead of
Instead of
Instead of a bolt.
instead of
Yeah.
that piece of U-shaped metal.
Yeah, look it up. Mine haven't moved, and I know
No.
that you've done a shock change in
Yes.
the parking lot on mine.
Yes. You just got to make sure everything's tight.
Yeah, just periodically
and
go
tighten it
through
after
and
500 miles.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a good question though. Real good question.
All right. How about a fun one for both of you to answer?
All right.
Okay.
A good mutual friend,
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Eric Ammerman. It
I
might
know
be
where
a
this
loaded.
is,
It
I
might
know
be a
I know
loaded
where this
question.
is going.
Yeah, it's whatever your brother's making. Favorite food on a road trip?
Yeah, I'm with you. Whatever Scott has in the oven, right?
Whatever you're cooking in the 3 pans that you create magic out of.
The correct answer, there's all wrong answers, but the correct answer is a hot and ready Little Caesars thrown on the dashboard.
It's the burrito.
Wow.
And that'll serve you good for a good 500 miles.
All right, I guess that's true.
Yeah.
For me, I would have to say some type of gummy candy. I'm a sucker for candy, and you know that. So it's definitely gummy bears, gummy worms, peach rings.
And
you
need
nice.
more sugar.
Yes, absolutely need more
I'm
sugar.
the same way. I need my road thing is either Skittles or like Spree, like a hard.
Yep, Sprees.
Yeah.
Or a tube of Pringles.
Oh yeah, that's perfect.
And then you get your hand stuck in there, and then you just look like, ah!
I can't stop the Jeep.
No, you can stop it. You just can't drive it.
All right. I'm going to go back to Billy with the other technical question and get that one covered.
All right, get it
All
covered.
Right?
I like how he avoids me.
Well, let me tell you something. You know how many I prompted this crew out here a couple times because
Yeah.
I'm looking for some good juicy questions.
Yeah.
And of course, feel free to chime in on this one, Terry.
Yeah.
Do I need new carriers in my Dana 30s and Dana 44 for non-factory gears?
The answer is yes. Now why?
Answer's not necessarily yes, actually.
Oh.
So if you have a 321 gear set and you're just going to a 373, you don't need a new gear set.
No.
Because the carrier break happens at 373. So they have a 373 set. You may have to check this part of whether you need a thick 373 or a thin 373.
So what would be the purpose of going from a 321 to a 373?
Say if you're just jumping from like the stock 29 or actually it's a 31-inch tire to like a 33, and you're going to keep it as a 33.
Right.
It's just more of like a tow gear.
Right.
And
I was going to say tow package.
Yep, tow package, but they're really common to find in a set of Dana 30 and 44. It's just a nice little upgrade that you can do, and if you do gears yourself, it's pretty cheap. But if you're going above a 373, you definitely need a new front carrier for that Dana 30, which it pushes the mounting flange of the ring and pinion. It's the ring gear. It pushes it further over so you can get a different size pinion gear in there.
Perfect. All right.
All I heard was my wallet getting lighter.
That's exactly that's what it is.
So I'm looking here to see if anything else has come in. Eric wants to know why not cinnamon toast, Billy.
There is a question to Terry and I from the YouTube lands.
Okay, great.
And that is, any plans in the works for a Badge of Honor trail ride? I know it's Roush Creek, not AOAA, closest to the tri-state area for badges. Yes, there is a plan. It's going to be happening this year, most likely in the fall.
So I'm going to answer that in a different way, because yes,
Fall
our group,
fall for me.
for us taking a ride out and doing that, I probably am going Sunday with Off-Road Consulting and doing their Badge of Honor trail ride.
Gotcha.
Kyle, he's been a guest on the show.
Yeah.
Runs Off-Road Consulting, and they do probably every 3 months, every 4 months, he does a Badge of Honor trail at Roush Creek, which has 3 Badge of Honor trails: Trail 11, Crawl Daddy, and
14. Yep.
I don't know.
There's a third one, but I don't have those, so I'm gonna go with them, and that way I know that I'm being guided the right way through those. I've never ridden them, so I don't know.
If all the snow's melted,
right.
I'll come with you.
Perfect. Right, which is possible. But
it was 55 degrees in Westchester today.
It's not a real winter yet.
Nope.
And if they want to go ahead and warm up to 60 and go into 70, I'll be fine with that.
Yeah, sorry for the sidetrack.
No, Badge of Honor trails are great. I love them. I wish the AOA had some. I know that Dave and I and others have been petitioning for those. There's a couple trails there that and they should get national recognition. I just got my 5 in the mail, so I now have 7 on the back of my Jeep.
Wow.
But I think it's great that Jeep does offer that. It's a free thing to kind of decorate your Jeep. But that's a great question, Jake. But if you're looking to go and don't want to wait for us, because I think we've said that we want to do a trail ride.
Yep.
All of us meet up there and go out and do it. Then I would go to offroadconsulting.com and
sign up for one of
them and let the professionals take you through.
These trails are also Crawl Daddy's a pretty gnarly trail from what I understand. So you may need a fairly built Jeep to do that.
Yeah, actually on the website when you go sign up for it, it actually asks you what size tires you have, what's your equipment for those, because I think Trail 11 is probably if you have a stock Rubicon and
you can
do it the right way, you can do that. Crawler Ridge, which is the other one, you can do in a built up Jeep. It doesn't have to be super built, but then Crawl Daddy definitely
you need lockers,
and we're gonna see what I get out of it.
Absolutely, I think you'll,
because with my experience behind the wheel, I think I should be able to navigate the majority of it.
So.
But yeah, that's a great question. Those Badge of Honor trails, I think the closest one to us here, there's I think one in Vermont and one in Virginia. I think those are the closest ones here. There's tons of them out west. But yeah.
What gets a trail? Derivative question. What gets a trail registered as a Badge of Honor trail? What does it take?
Some dude at Jeep says.
No, it's got to be nominated by people.
Yeah.
And
so it's
a
democratic process of sorts.
Yeah.
It is, but it's still.
But I mean, like the Rubicon was grandfathered in.
Yeah, right. Yeah. But not every trail in Moab is Badge of Honor. A good chunk of them are, and I think there has to be some kind of national recognition that is a trail that someone should go and see and do, and they're listed by
or there's an award for actually completing that trail because of how difficult it is.
Yeah.
Well, where I'm thinking is like, then under that kind of criteria, does a trail like the Mammoth eventually ever achieve such a thing?
Probably
or is it just
not.
Too odd of a...
That will not be the Mammoth is an obstacle.
That's fair.
Let's call it an obstacle at this.
Okay.
It is a trail, but there is a lot of technicality to that trail, and it's more of a larger whole of a playground.
And I think Jeep wants it to be something that,
and you can't put a Jeep on that and make it through
right.
no matter what.
I think that's the thing is Jeep has those trails that maybe it's a built up Jeep, but it's still a Jeep.
It's not unobtainium.
Not a buggy that's a Jeep, not a moon buggy. Or,
I didn't make it.
So
I was gonna say
I didn't. My Jeep didn't make it.
Fair enough, but I think Jeep wants, if you're going to do put a Badge of Honor trail, it needs to be something that a larger portion of the population can do.
Complete.
Yes. Good question.
All right. That was good stuff.
Yeah.
All right. How about, here's a good one, I think, for both of you,
Mm-hmm.
because I saw Terry perk up when it popped in early. I believe it was Troy Pollocky out there. Opinions on kits for upgrading brakes.
Oh,
interesting. So obviously there's the big brake brands out there, EBC and
was it Quick Stop or
Power Stop?
Power Stop.
Power Stop. Power Stop is, I think, probably the best bang for the buck. A set of drilled and slotted rotors and some carbon fiber ceramic brakes pads. break them in correctly, and I love them. I
Yeah.
mean, I'm stopping 37s on a stock set of calipers. The problem is with that is when you start getting bigger brakes or the same size rotors and pads on a bigger tire and stock calipers, they build up heat a lot faster. So you have a higher chance of warping the pins, your guide pins, so they start to not slide, and then also just causing havoc in the calipers themselves. So I would recommend, like, there is the TerraFlex big brake kit for the front and rear. Definitely worth it. Or there are some aftermarket brands that offer, dual piston or dual cylinder.
Master cylinder.
Yeah, all kinds of different stuff like that.
And that's one of those things where you can, whichever path you want to take with that, it's how much stopping power do you need?
Right.
How much weight does your vehicle weigh? What mass of wheel tire
and
combination?
what size tires you're going
Yeah.
with. Yeah. So, like, I mean, if you go with, like, even the AutoZone Duralast Platinum brake pads, they're a good set of pads with a new fresh set of rotors that you're definitely going to get a good stop out of them.
Yep.
But, I mean, if you're looking for that extra bite power, look into a set of, really good pads and a set of slotted rotors.
Yep.
And then if you're really the purpose of the drill holes drilled and slotted, the slots cause more bite. The drills actually dissipate heat better.
Yeah, more surface area.
More surface area, and also it allows the dust to escape somewhere. So the dust gets caught up in the grooves, and then it is allowed to escape through those holes.
So, I mean, there's no real simple answer to that, but, like, you and I both put
Big
the power
brake-
stop
Yeah, power stops for a set of pads and
and rotors.
Also, you could even upgrade to they have an aftermarket calipers that are a little better components and higher rated, or a TerraFlex big brake kit. There's it's like the Bear kit, BA or BEER or something like that. Wheelwood has an awesome kit for Jeeps.
Yeah, so just do a little research on that. Maybe that's a good topic for us to
Brakes.
hit on in the future. So that's really cool.
Break it, Billy, on brakes.
Yes,
That'd be good.
I like it. What else do we have?
Well, Billy, what else do you see over on the YouTubes? I don't have it I don't got the tubes.
I got one question. Do you guys know how much it costs to have your Jeep transported out to the Eastern Jeep Safari?
My guess it's very expensive. That was the other part of that question.
So when I last looked to have a Jeep shipped out to Eastern Jeep Safari, it was about $2,000, and that was with 4 other rigs.
Yep. But
So that was 5 rigs at $2,000 a piece, out and back, $10,000 for a tractor trailer.
yeah. So if you're just trying to do it yourself, it's going to be pricier than $2,000.
It's about $2,000.
If you go in with people.
No, that's about to drive your
Is
own
that-
truck and
Oh
trailer
yeah,
out there. It's
trailer it
about
out there. Yeah,
$2,000.
to gas and stuff
Yeah,
like that. But
gas,
if you're going to have
hotels.
a service do it.
Yep, well, that was pre-COVID. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you can pay me a lot of money. I'll drive it out there,
Yeah.
or I'll push it,
Or drive it.
I'll duct tape it to the front of the truck and
Yeah,
drive it
there
out.
you go. And then we just got another question come in. What's your favorite places you've ever wheeled?
Oh, I was hoping someone would throw that in there.
So, I mean, obviously, Famous Reading I like. I don't know much about it, but when I've ever been there, it's been awesome rock crawling. So I would say that's a really good rock crawling place. AOAA is my hometown, so, can't go wrong. And then really only other places, Windrock. And that's just the mecca for me, so.
Yeah, that's a great park.
Yeah.
Down in Tennessee. So if you get a chance, hit that up. For me, AOAA, that's our home park.
Mm-hmm.
I will always say that's my favorite place to wheel. Just the variety of trails that's offered there, the people that work there. trails change all the time, and it's very close to where we live. Hollister Hills in California is a great off-road park. They're kind of the middle part of the state. It's a lot of sand and rock, but there's not a lot of trees like we have here in the East Coast. Sedona for the views.
Mm-hmm.
There's not a more beautiful place to.
Yeah.
It's just gorgeous. Moab, and I was I put this on our kind of fill up the air questions that we were going to have. I was going to have us talk about this. I tried to think what was my favorite trail that I've done in Moab.
Oh,
and
I haven't been to Moab.
I really I've done Top of the World a couple times, and the view at the end is worth whatever you do to get there and get back.
Yep.
I don't think it's one of the most challenging trails on the planet. It's got a couple really nice challenging obstacles, but nothing, I took a stock Jeep,
right,
literally on stock tires and wheels.
Yeah, Steelies.
A sport.
Yep.
No lockers, nothing. The first time. And I've done it in a built-up rig and with that, and I made it.
Yeah.
I made it. Just all the trails in Moab. You're just, every time you go around a corner, you're just like, this is the most beautiful scenery I've ever seen in my life. Oh, that's the most beautiful scene. Oh, that's the most beautiful. It's you got to get out there at least once, and when you are out there, take care of it. It's Bureau of Land Management.
Yeah.
There are organizations out there trying to shut down off-roading, and especially on BLM land. So make sure that you're doing your due diligence by treading lightly with that. I have not wheeled Texas. There are a couple places in the hill country that I'd like to do, but I would like to go to Disney in Oklahoma.
I want to go to Disney too.
And I think I'm not sure that it's going to challenge us in the same way that we're challenged here, but I think.
Oh no, there's a few.
But I think there's the right kind of challenges there,
Yeah.
and it's a beautiful place.
Yep.
I like everything about it.
Yeah, I mean, so probably my favorite trail I've ever been on is Rattle Rock.
Yeah.
It was just like you say, that area, the time of year we were there, everything was so green, so rich. You looked around and there was I would turn around and look at the buggy and there'd be nothing around it, and I'd just be like, wow.
Yeah.
That looks like a rainforest.
Right. That is Tennessee.
Yep.
In a nutshell. I mean, we've got great greenery up here, but man, it really is.
It's a different
thick.
kind of green.
Yeah, it's definitely thick, and that's great. Because I grew up wheeling in East Tennessee.
We have more like a brown green.
Yeah, right.
They have more like a yellow green.
Yeah, it's a little brighter, a little more vibrant. Does that cover it? I think it does. I want to hit Vermont and Massachusetts and Maine at some point. We got friends up in Maine, and they've been dying for us to come up and hang with them, so I want to hit that.
Absolutely.
All right, thanks for that awesome question. That's I
think we got one more question in us.
And I'm tired.
I am
too. Wore me out.
How about a nice sort of, I guess I would call it a dream question, which would be, I'll ask it slightly different here than Dave Desson did, which is 2023 Jeep of your choice. What model, what options?
Oh.
And I'm going to modify it by saying no limits.
No limits. All right.
And maybe
because we kind of did this last year a little bit.
I have a very big. I'm torn here.
Yeah.
Very torn, because I have really looked at that 4xe, and I really like it.
Yeah.
So it'd be red 4xe.
Team red.
Firecracker red, half door options, leather interior, and black top still, black hard top.
Yep.
Yeah. But But
Yeah.
you say no limit. $392 fully optioned out, half door option.
Yeah, I was waiting for that.
With the soft top option, and all the full offer for everything. That
So no limit. I'm walking to Toledo, and I'm handing Jeep a check for Magneto 2.
Yeah.
all right.
There it is.
I want that all electric on 40s
didn't
with
say
king
that-
coilovers and.
I think that was supposed to be a
Yeah, I think it's
production
supposed to be
vehicle.
all right.
Achievable.
All right.
Production.
So for me, I'm keeping my JK.
No,
and-
that's part of it. You get to
No.
keep your JK.
All right, cool. As long as I can keep
You
my
keep your
JK. So then I'm going with a Mojave Gladiator,
Okay.
and I'm dropping 37s or 40s on it.
Yeah.
Maybe 39s. Let's go 39s. Let's go 30. Let's don't go
39s.
extravagant. Let's do 39s. And I'm going to do it red.
Yeah.
I'm going to do the
have
soft
to.
top just like I have now.
Have to.
But I really, really like the Gladiator.
Yeah.
If it was available with the blue accents in the 4xe, I'd be even more into it. So I mean, I've told my wife I'm not buying a Jeep for a while.
But if they come out with
but if
a
4xe
4xe
4xe Gladiator, I'm going
I'm taking it.
right
taking it.
away.
Right now.
You might be sleeping in it for the rest of your life. but-
Maybe, but that's
got
what
a
I'm.
bed.
Yeah.
It's a short bed, but it's got a bed.
I'm just something about them I love, but none on stock tires, not even on 32 and a halves or whatever it is that they come with. You got to put that up and get some wheels with some offset and give it a little better stance. But man, those Gladiators,
I don't know, Terry. I think you'd be eyeballing the Quadratec custom build.
No. I love everything about it. And you're referring to the JTE.
Yeah, right. I feel like you're
the
almost channeling
two-door.
that vehicle.
I love everything about it except it needs to be an extended cab because my 6 foot, 300-pound
I
frame
got you.
doesn't fit in it very well.
Mm-hmm.
It fits. I've driven it, and man, it's peppy. It's wow. But I would not want to
Live with it.
Yeah, I wouldn't want that to be my normal vehicle.
All right. One final question.
I thought that was the final
Nope,
question.
this is a quick one.
All right.
Tickets to a Super Bowl or bigger lift and tires?
So is that this year's Super Bowl?
I don't know.
Yeah, he
It's
wants
just
to know when the
this
Titans
year.
are in. Me, I'll
Yeah.
take the Super Bowl.
For me, I have a lift and tire sitting in my garage right now, so I'm taking the Super Bowl.
There you go. I guess I'm going to the Super Bowl.
We're going to the Super Bowl!
I
It
guess
is
that's
in
our cue.
Arizona,
That's
and
our,
we could go to Sedona,
Oh,
and
we
we could
could.
go wheeling.
We could.
All right.
All right. We're going to the Super Bowl. We're going to rent a Jeep while we're out there. We're going to Sedona.
All right. Who's paying for our Super Bowl tickets?
Come on, pony it
No
up,
limits.
Patreon. We need a Super Bowl mode of Patreon.
Yeah, Super Bowl. Send the Jeep Life podcast to the Super
Man,
Bowl.
this has been a lot of fun. And don't stop sending in your questions. info@jeeplifepodcast.com and we'll read them on the air. If we get a good chunk of them, maybe we'll make another episode in a month or so out of it. That would be
Heck
great.
yeah.
We do have people here saying go Eagles, and since we're in the
tri-state.
I'm go Eagles.
Go Birds.
Yeah, I'm definitely chanting that Eagles song.
Yeah.
But where can people find us?
Hey, I want everybody to head over to our link tree, linktr.ee/Jeep Life Podcast. And that's going to get you hooked up with all of our awesome websites, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Apple, Spotify, anywhere you can get your podcasts. That's where we can be found. And then also we have a Patreon where you can support the podcast a few bucks a month, and that really helps us out.
Man, that's awesome. Our thanks to our friend Jason for coming out and collecting all the questions and asking them. We appreciate it. Made it a lot easier for us. So thanks, man.
Awesome.
Not a problem. Hopefully we get some more questions. We can do it again sometime.
I like it.
I love it. All right. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out with us. For Break It Bill, it's Jeep and Terry, and here's a big Jeep wave to you, everybody. Have a good night. thanks everybody for hanging out with us. That was fun.
That was a good one.
Yeah, guess what?
What?
I didn't hit record.
It's on Facebook.
Yeah, I'll pull the audio from that.
It's on the YouTubes too.
I'll pull the audio from that.
You had one job to do.
No, right? I got it set up. The record light is lit. I just have to hit that button right
I'm
there.
gonna buy you more USB equipment to hook to that hub that's been a month since I promised it to you.
Get it,
Like
Jimmy.
a big red button that you hit that lights up right
if,
here.
if this would control that'd be awesome.
I thought that's what it does.
No, it
No.
controls this. Everything on here. Well, anyway, hey guys, thanks for hanging out with us. Our live audience really pushes us through, and we appreciate you so much. Thanks for hanging out with us, and I will see some of you tomorrow. I'll see some of you later. I don't know when I'll see you. Anyway, take care.
A little later.
See ya.